Oh, sorry about that. I am frustrated with... I just finished the last in my series for 1999. I actually wrapped it all up and finished it in less than 15 minutes, and then I pushed the wrong button and I deleted it. Oh, so I have to start the whole bloody thing all over again, and hopefully I'll get it alright this time. And maybe I can remember what I said or whatever. Will this one be better or worse than the last one? I don't know. But it's the only thing I got, so what can I say? Alright, hopefully this will be the last of my 1999 Last Gasp Horror Nights history. So let's go with it. We're talking about the Bill and Ted Show. 1999's Bill and Ted Show. We had the usual formula. Villains, heroes, conflict, sing for no reason, and an occasional silly gag dealing with the popular culture of that preceding season. And so the villain that year was Dr. Evil, because we have the new Austin Powers movie, Austin Powers and the Spy Who Shagged Me, out that year. Dr. Evil was accompanied by his midget sidekick version of himself, Mini-Me, and also by Michael Jackson, who may have had some unclean intentions with Mini-Me, but not as much as Fat Bastard, who was also involved, who had some unclean appetites for Mini-Me. Oh dear, poor little Mini-Me. And that wasn't bad enough. Marilyn Manson showed about to just throw some more sexual confusion into everybody. And then, of course, a whole load of Sith. That's right, because the Phantom Menace was in theaters that year. We had Darth Maul, accompanied by his midget sidekick version of himself, Mini-Maul. Ugh. And a female slut version of himself called Strip Maul. Ugh. And then later on, he shows up wearing a security outfit, and in the back it reads, Mall Security. Yes, the bad pun driven into the ground like a dead horse. It's mixing metaphors and all of that. Anyway, heroes who fought against this assembled crew of evil were Will Smith as James West from the Wild Wild West, which you probably don't remember because the movie flopped. But you might remember the music, you know, rather loosely based on the original television series in which James West of the Secret Service was a Caucasian, but also, well, I won't say that because it'll get me in trouble. Austin Powers, you don't even know what I was going to say, and you better not. Austin Powers was involved, of course, with Felicity Shagwell because that, you know, to go against Dr. Evil, who else? But then, very clever, Neo from The Matrix. And of course, Neo was played in the movie by Keanu Reeves. And we already have, you know, Ted Theodore Logan. So we have two Keanus for the price of one. Whoa! That's right. We had duo Keanus. And, you know, it's like, Bill's like, whoa, Ted, it's like a new improved version of you. It's a new improved you. Or so, I can't do it as well as he did. But that was very strange. But then, of course, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, who apparently thought Marilyn Manson was a vampire and tried to give him the business end of Mr. Pointy. And then there was Mace Windu, the baddest motherfucker in the galaxy. Oh, we must not forget the Mystery Men. Oh, you already have, haven't you? Once upon a time, there was an independent comic book called Mystery Men that you've never heard of. And in 1999, they made a movie about it that no one saw. But it had a bunch of really good actors like Ben Stiller and Janine Garofalo and Paul Rubens, you know, Pee Wee Herman. And they all played these really freaky superheroes with the weird-ass powers that no one, you know, like mutant, I mean, bizarre powers, like being able to get really, really mad, or being able to lay a horrible fart that can work its way across the room without anyone smelling it till it gets to your intended victim, and then knocks them unconscious, you know, silent but really deadly. Or to have, like, the soul of your father in your bowling ball, I think that's what it was, or skull or something. And there was also the guy who could turn invisible, but only when nobody was looking at him. And so this was the Mystery Men. And these guys were the heroes against the villains, and of course, in addition to that, they had to throw in all sorts of silly gags for the pop culture that had nothing to do with the plot, but they were thrown in anyway. Gags involving American Pie, which was a hit movie on that year, and about things you could do with flutes at band camp. Gags about the Blair Witch Project. If you remember, in 1999, everyone went to see a movie that was like basically, you know, a shaky cam in the woods with no plot, and then finally they kill them off, and it's like, what the fuck was that? You know, and the girl with snot coming out of her nose, the flashlight in her face, it's my fault. And that was a running gag throughout that year's show. Gags about Eyes Wide Shut, because Tom Cruise is such an easy target for Bill and Ted, and continues to be so to this day. Jar Jar Binks, because that's an even easier target, and dear God. And of course, Jerry Springer. And the host show climaxed with another big musical number with people singing Dancing for No Reason, this time featuring Ricky Martin's hit song from 1999, Living La Vida Loca. So that was Bill and Ted 1999. Pretty good show, actually. And then I didn't, and I should have, in between deleting the first one and taping the second one, I should have run back and got the stuff, but I'll just tell you about it. This was the first year that I have surviving merchandise from. Okay, so in addition to being the first year I went 3 times, you know, I spent some money, and this is the first year that I have any T-shirts that still have today. Anything purchased before then has been lost a long time ago, but this T-shirt from 1999 represents the first piece of merchandise I still own from Halloween Horror Nights. And so that's a little bit of a landmark in a way for me. It would say medium T-shirt with the mummy on the front, of course, and on the back it says something like, I survived the 9th annual Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, Florida, 1999, which they used to put on all the shirts until right about then. And then after that they stopped doing it. It cannot fit in a medium shirt. Recently I decided to wear my old T-shirts when I go to the event this year, and I've been doing so, but I had to go back and find the earliest one I could actually fit into. Turns out that's from the year 2004, and that was a extra large. Any larges or mediums, and God knows the smalls, cannot be worn. And if you see me wearing a T-shirt at Halloween Horror Nights, it'll likely be from the year 2004 through this year, but none earlier than that. That's another story. So anyway, so that T-shirt is important to me. I also got some doubloons from the parade that year with the mummy on them. So I got some swag that year. That's it. I finished 1999. It's less than 10 minutes. That's cool. So finally, after, I think, what is it, seven videos? Oh, we can proceed, hopefully, with the year 2000 next time, when we talk about Jack and all the fun we had as Halloween Horror Nights entered into what is sometimes called the iconic era. So, until then, be good, and if not, don't get caught. And maybe I can see you sometime at the event this year, going back this Thursday, September 30th, and hopefully I can see some of you people there, and you might see me if I don't see you first. Ciao.